it seemed to me that science fiction writers were writing about the most important issues of our time. Is that the mainstream writers and those most respected by critics were still dealing with the subtleties of human character and motivation and all that. And meanwhile, we created these monstrous engines and social schemes and so forth, which are having more influence on us than anything else. So I created Kilgore Trout to say, maybe these guys can't write so well, but they're sure talking about what needs to be talked about. Breakfast of Champions is a tale of a meeting of two lonesome, skinny, fairly old white men on a planet which was dying fast. One of them was a science fiction writer named Kilgore Trout. He was a nobody at the time, and he supposed his life was over. He was mistaken. He became one of the most beloved and respected human beings in history. I do know who invented Kilgore Trout. I did. One Trout story was about a tragic failure to communicate. Here was the plot. A flying saucer creature named Zog arrived on Earth to explain how wars could be prevented and how cancer could be cured. He brought the information from Margot, a planet where the natives conversed by means of farts and tap dancing. Zog landed at night in Connecticut. He had no sooner touched down than he saw a house on fire. He rushed into the house, farting and tap dancing, warning the people about the terrible danger they were in. I think psychologically, Kilgore Trout is what I thought I might become. Is when I say I noticed how poor science fiction writers were. I was one of them at the time, and I was as poor as any of them and as scared. One woman did a learned article on me. I do not know her, but she has a doctorate in literature, and she is a critic. And she said that Kilgore in the different books represents my psychological state in each of the books. And Kilgore really holds very different sorts of jobs and is described very differently from book to book, and I think that's right. He is a measure of how I felt